It happened again. This is my third failure for this particular fire alarm. Let's talk about it. So this fire alarm is the First Alert P1210 fire alarm. And it's a fire alarm that doesn't plug in. It has a non-user replaceable battery, and it has a lifespan of about 10 years. I bought 3 of these back in 2019, and I installed them in my house in a couple different locations. One in the hall, one over here next to the kitchen, and then one in my living room, because I didn't have enough fire alarms in my house. And I thought this would be a great way to put some fire alarms in my old house, and I didn't want to wire anything and just put it together. And I thought, hey, if I can replace this once a decade, that's not too bad. And it's pretty cost effective as well. Well, I had 2 failures back in 2013, just 4 years after I purchased them, and I just had another failure. And this particular fire alarm had already been replaced once. I replaced it back in March 8th of 2023. So it's lasted just over 2.5 years. And it should be replaced by February 2033, but it has already failed. And the way you know these fail is that it will start to chirp approximately once per minute. And you can deactivate it by breaking off this plastic tab and pushing it all the way up, which I did. And then I reached out to First Alert. I'll put the First Alert contact information in the description, but what you essentially have to do is you can call First Alert, and they're going to ask you a series of questions. They're going to ask you if you had it near a vent, if you cleaned it regularly, like once per month, just to check to see if it's clean, and if it was near something like a ceiling fan.
This detector, where did you have it located? In a bedroom, living room, hallway?
It was located in my front living room.
And close to this detector, did you have any heaters, vents, humidifiers, or electric appliances?
No, it's one of those rooms. It doesn't have, there's no like ceiling fan in it. It's just a light, and it's about, I'd say about 15 feet away from the nearest vent.
Okay. Thank you so much. So give me just a moment then. I'm going to start the warranty process for this detector, okay? I'm going to place you just in a brief moment of silence, okay?
Okay. I spent approximately 120 seconds on the call with them, and he confirmed my information, and he just shipped me out a new one. He didn't even ask me any questions about it. He just went through the checklist that he's supposed to go through, and he just shipped me out a brand new one. So this is, I wouldn't recommend the P1210, but First Alert does have pretty good service. So I'm going to get a decade's worth of service out of these, but I'm swapping them out every 2 to 3 years, and I'm just chucking them in the trash, and I'm getting a new one. He didn't even ask what the date was on this particular instance. I'm pretty sure he's had quite a lot of calls about this particular First Alert P1210 fire alarm, and it's an issue. So if I was going to do it again, I wouldn't purchase a non-replaceable battery. I would buy one that has a replaceable battery and just deal with it that way. It's kind of a pain to call into support and get a new one shipped to you in 5 to 7 business days, but it actually works. So out of the 3 First Alert fire alarms that I purchased back in 2019, 2 of them have failed, and one of them has failed multiple times. The one in my hall is still going strong after 6 years. The one in my laundry room has failed once, and one in my living room has failed twice. So this one is my living room one. It has failed twice so far. This one only lasted 2.5 years before it started chirping. And it's frustrating because it starts chirping in the middle of the night, or it starts going off, and then you press it, and then it starts chirping once a minute for forever, seemingly. And it's just annoying. So gonna get it replaced, and I can just install it where the other one was. I don't have to change anything. So it is pretty quick and easy. And who knows, maybe it's a hack where I can do it for forever. They might just ship me a new one every 2.5 years after it fails, because, I mean, the install date on this one is February 2023. They're not tracking the serial number for this particular one, so I could probably just keep doing this for forever until they go out of business. I don't know. I really just wish it would last for the advertised amount, and I think they could actually fix this. If they just put a slightly bigger battery in this particular model, it would be fine. And I'm just waiting for them to ship me like a different style so I can actually do that. Anyway, that's the update, but I did want to ask you, Has anyone else had issues with the P1210 or First Alert fire alarms? Support's been great, so that's been awesome. I can't actually knock First Alert too much because their support has been so awesome, but this particular product is a dumpster fire, and I don't think they should be selling it anymore. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.